All right, let's talk about something huge. Artificial intelligence isn't just knocking on the door of academic research anymore, it's kicked the door down. And while it offers some incredible new powers, it also opens up this whole can of worms when it comes to ethics. So, how do we actually navigate this new world? Well, today, we're going to look at a framework designed to do exactly that. And this is the big question, isn't it? I mean, how do you keep your work solid and ethical when you're using tools that can write, analyze, and even code for you? Where is that line, really? It honestly feels a bit like the Wild West out there. On one hand, you've got these unbelievable AI tools that can act like research assistants. But on the other hand, you've got this tangled mess of ethical questions. What's the difference between a helpful tool and just straight up academic misconduct? Who's the real author here? Okay, so to get through this chaos, you need a map, and that's exactly what the S.T.R.E.S.S framework is supposed to be. A model designed to bring some order and, some clarity to this wild new frontier. So what is it exactly? Well, at its core, the S.T.R.E.S.S framework is a model for human decision-making. It's not a piece of software you download, it's a guide to help researchers think through the ethical risks of using AI. The most important part? It puts the human back in control. The whole thing was developed by Dr. Philip Adu, and his motivation was really simple: to cut through all the gray areas and make sure that the researcher, the person, is the one making the final calls, not some algorithm. And you can kind of see how much this guidance is needed by looking at its journey. It started as an idea to deal with these risks, got introduced to the world in a webinar, and has now grown into a full-blown, hands-on seminar. So let's get into the good stuff. The heart of this model is the acronym itself: S.T.R.E.S.S. Each letter stands for a core principle that's meant to guide researchers. And what's really great is how practical these are. So let's walk through them. S is for sensitivity. That's all about thinking about the context and how your work might impact people. T is for transparency, being totally clear and honest about how you used AI. R is for responsibility, which means you, the human, are the author, period. E is for ethics, protecting the integrity of your research. The first S is for skepticism, my personal favorite, which just means you should always, always question what the AI gives you. And that last S is for security, making sure your data is safe and you're following all the rules. But here's the thing. This isn't just a list of abstract ideas. The S.T.R.E.S.S framework is designed to be used, to be put directly into practice. It's all about going from theory to actually doing something. And the main way that happens is through a 2-day professional seminar. It's a hands-on workshop where researchers learn how to apply these principles to their own work. And this isn't for some small niche group either. We're talking about everyone from PhD students just starting out to experienced professors. It's for people in education, social sciences, public health. I mean, it's pretty clear this is something that affects almost everyone doing this kind of research today. Now, this is where it gets really, really cool. People who go to the seminar don't just sit and listen to lectures. They actually leave with 2 custom AI tools that they've built themselves, designed around these S.T.R.E.S.S principles. Let's break those 2 tools down real quick. First up, you've got the S.T.R.E.S.S chatbot. Think of it like an ethical co-pilot sitting on your shoulder, helping you make responsible choices while you're working. Then there's the S.T.R.E.S.S Framework Assistant. This one is more about compliance. It helps you generate all that text you need for your IRB submissions or the methods section of your paper, making sure everything is transparent. So, as we start to wrap this up, let's really focus on the single most important idea behind this whole thing. It's basically the North Star for using AI in research. Look, the technology is incredibly powerful. It can be an amazing assistant, right? It can speed things up, suggest new ideas. But this right here is the takeaway. Ethical judgment, interpretation, and accountability, those things have to stay human responsibilities. At the end of the day, the buck stops with the researcher. So the S.T.R.E.S.S framework isn't about being scared of AI. It's about empowering people. It gives us the structure we need to use these tools with confidence and with integrity, all while keeping our most important asset, our own critical thinking, right there in the driver's seat. And that leaves us with one final pretty important thought. We've just looked at a clear ethical roadmap for researchers. But what about your world? I mean, whether you're in marketing or law or medicine or you're an artist, what kind of ethical AI roadmap does your profession need? It's a question we're all going to have to answer, and probably pretty soon. Thanks for tuning in.